Welcome into Game Night. I am Derek Forrest. Joining me on the show today is Jake Rom. Jake, we've got a ton of football to talk about. Steph Diggs. We also have the head coach of the DC Defender, Shannon Harris, in the house. We're also talking high school football, and we're talking football.
Yeah,
A little Washington Spirit news.
absolutely. It's a loaded show of fall sports activities.
Certainly.
Any better?
100%. And the biggest thing, obviously, was the news that we heard yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, Stephon Diggs ends up becoming the newest member of the Washington Commanders. He's going to be wide receiver 2, if you will, opposite Terry McLaurin. Massive for this offense, massive for Jaden Daniels. What was your thoughts the moment you heard it was going down?
My thing is, if we can get the Stephon Diggs that you saw regular season and postseason with the Patriots, and not the out of off field and everything that you got, in that situation, and we can stick to the leader that Stephon Diggs is and the leader that he was in there to be able to help Drake May become a star quarterback in this league, like we saw last year with going all the way to the Super Bowl, leading the team in receiving yards as well. Something he's done really his entire career. You think of Josh Allen and what he did with the Bills when he went there, and Josh Allen's career really went up an echelon when that happened. And then in the Vikings as well, where he got started when he was there with Kirk Cousins and the runs, and Case Keenum was his quarterback at one point there with the Vikings too. Everywhere he goes, he seems to be a leader, and everyone says he's a leader in that locker room. I want the exact same thing, because you're almost getting a 1B kind of wide receiver with this team, possibly.
Yes, certainly. The one thing you're hoping is that all the off-the-field distractions with Stephon Diggs is not there. And one of the things I'm always concerned about, I like to play devil's advocate, but and we've seen it here in DC as well. I'm always concerned about players who come back home, because there's more distractions when your friends and your family's around. We saw that with Chase Young. We've seen that with other players around the league. So if he can stay away from those distractions of being at home and listening to that outside noise, whatever it is, hopefully he can tune that out. But on paper, when you look at what this team has now with all of their weapons, with Rashad White coming out of the backfield, Chig Nkonkwo coming out as the tight end, who's also a Maryland guy, there's a lot of pieces now where Jaden doesn't necessarily have to rely on his feet as much and can now trust his guys and be able to use his arm. I think the one thing we don't know is the piece that we lose with Zach Ertz. He was so valuable on 3rd down and 4th down. He was the go-to guy. We need to figure out who the go-to guy is for. You think it's Stephon Diggs?
I think Diggs can be that guy. I mean, he's this team has lacked receivers that can get separation. And I think in big downs and big money downs, Stephon Diggs has been able to do that in his entire career, find ways to get separation. And if not, he's making contested catches. So I think this is a guy that you bring in, and if he is dialed in like he was with the Patriots last year, coming off of I think it was ACL surgery injury, and coming and having the season he did, well deserving. I think him and McLaurin were 2 of the top 10 highest rated or graded wide receivers of 2025.
Yeah.
Let's see it again, and this offense is going to be awesome.
Certainly. And if there's one guy who knows anything about wide receivers, that's Santana Moss, former Jet, but also a former Washington Redskin, Commander, whatever you want to call them at the time, football team. I got a chance to talk to him earlier today, and I asked him the same thing I asked you right off the bat, was what was his first thoughts when he heard the news?
I was a bit surprised, honestly, because we had been talking excessively about, the potential of getting a true number 2 receiver, or should we either, go that route. And I was on a limb of saying, hey, man, with so many capable guys out there, as long as you got Terry, when you have a veteran like Vance Jefferson, when you have a guy like De'Ami Brown that showed that he can play well, with Jaden, and Luke, who's developing, Lane, who's developing. You draft a Dub, Antonio Williams. When you have all those guys, and then you think about who we have at tight end and Chig, you have enough capable number 2 targets. You know what I mean? Guys that can fill that void as a number 2 receiver. So, but I guess when opportunity presents itself like that, when you have a guy that's for sure have shown you that he's a legit, number 1 receiver for all the years he's been in the league, it's kind of hard to not, go out there and, and give him a shot. So I was a bit surprised, but I tell you this, I'm not surprised no more. I'm ecstatic that he's here, because I know what he can bring to this team, and I know what just the combination with him and Terry alone can be a true threat to our division.
Yeah, you mentioned all the targets, and a lot of these guys they went out and got in the offseason. Rashad White, pass catcher out of the backfield. Katron Allen, who can go north and south. You mentioned Chig and some of those other guys. Like, how on paper, right, if all these guys are around,
Mhm.
how much does that help Jaden knowing he's got all these weapons?
Well, tremendously. I think when you see the body of work that Jaden displayed in year one, we had it was Terry and a group of guys that filled in that void as the receiver number two. You had Zacchaeus, you had Brown, you had so many other guys that was making plays, that was filling in, and being a guy that, they had opportunities, so they went out there and made do with those opportunities. And then you had the tight end who was, arguably one of the best. It's not like he resurrected himself, in year one and year two for Jaden. Um, so I know it could get done. I know it could be done. But now you fast forward and you say, we're a year removed from Jaden dealing with a bunch of injuries, and you can't even blame those injuries on him running with the football. But although they occurred or they happened, you say, let's get the most, or let's get the best targets out there, that we don't even have to worry about relying on him as much. We know he has a tremendous talent of throwing the football, as well as a tremendous talent of running with the football. But when you bring in another guy like Diggs, and when you already had a guy like Terry on the outside, and you have a Chig, and you have some of the other guys who I mentioned, it just makes things that much more potent for him, and he don't have to, like, second guess himself. If you're gonna double Terry, then I know I got another guy over there who I can trust in, and that's gonna be complementary to what I do in this game, and that's what I look forward to seeing, it all coming together. I think it's one thing is getting them in the house, but to really honestly see them go out there, put the work forward, and it all come together. That's what I'm looking forward to the most, because I want to see these guys gel together as a core. Because when in doubt, we talk so much about different individuals in this game, but it's won and lost, with a group of guys as a team. So you got to have the core of guys out there contributing together.
As a wide receiver, and I'm sure you'll get to see a ton of tape of Stefan if you haven't already, like, what is it about his game and his skill set that you like?
I think the thing I like about him is just how consistent he's been in his career. Man, look, one thing about this position, man, it's many of us that has played it. Guys before me, guys while I was playing, and guys after me. And everybody's gonna have their own little different, whatever they bring to the table about making this wide receiver position look the way it looks. Um, Diggs is edgy, to say the least, but he just been a sure target for so many years, man. Even when he was in Minnesota, when we didn't quite know what it was going to mature to be, he was a sure target. When in doubt, they threw the ball at him. He came down and made play after play after play. That grew and transitioned to him to be a number one target in Buffalo. And then he goes into Houston to help them out, and he get hurt, unfortunately. But to see him bounce back and play the way he played last year in New England, to me, that said a lot. That said who he was. That shows you the true definition of who this guy was as a football player.
All right, so that was Santana Moss talking about Stefan Diggs, and if one person knows another, I mean, you got a outstanding wide receiver for the Commanders. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to check in with the head coach of the DC Defenders now, Shannon Harris, who also apparently ran into Stefan Diggs over at the University of Maryland yesterday as well. What do you think about the signing?
Yeah, man. First off, thanks for having us on. Greatly appreciate that, man. To have the DC Defenders brand in here, man. You guys do an amazing job with your show, and I appreciate that. But I was watching the clip, and I happened to see myself in the clip while at practice yesterday, standing next to him. And but no, I think that's a great sign to the Commanders, and I think he add value to that room. I heard the whole segment with Santana and what he was talking about as well. So I think he brings tremendous value to that room. He brings a security blanket to Jaden Daniels, and to help that room also with the younger players develop to be pros. And, I mean, you heard it. You all said it. Like, this guy has been a guy throughout his career. Everywhere he's been, he's helped quarterbacks be better than what they were the year before. So, really just, going in there, as long as they can go in there and no one have egos and pride and all that stuff and set all that to the side and just go in there and work. It has happened before with a lot of big-time receiver rooms. And if they can go in there and do that, man, they'll be fine. And one thing I will say about Stefon Diggs, you can argue about the methods, but you can't argue the results. And it's all about a result-driven business. And the things that he brings to the Commanders and all that stuff, man, I think this is a great signing to the team. And these guys, if they go in there and work together the right way, like they should, and how they've been before, I think this is going to be sky's the limit for this offense.
Transitioning to your team, DC Defenders, coming off another stellar year for you guys, making it all the way to the championship, unfortunately not going the way you guys wanted to. But how do you look back and assess the season that you guys had? And what is this offseason like? What is the a UFL offseason look like for you guys as you prepare for the next season, which is a little bit away?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, to have an opportunity to, that was one of our main goals that we set aside, man, when the season started, is to make sure that we separate ourselves early in the season to give ourselves a chance at the end to where we can play for another championship and, get into the playoff, wherever that may be, and then, have an opportunity to play for a championship game again. And we did that on the front end of the schedule. How our season is, you got 10 games in the regular season, then 2 playoff, and then 1 playoff, and then a championship game. And, you want to separate yourself early. And we kind of train that way. And we have camp that way to where our guys are mentally and physically prepared from that standpoint. And, man, the biggest thing was when we heard that the championship game was going to be here at Audi Field in front of our own home fans, we felt like we got to make sure that we get to that game, man, and have a championship game here, not just for our team and for our fans, but for the entire league. And we was able to do that. Nope, didn't come out on the winning edge of it. But, we feel great about how we came out, man, how our guys fought and competed. Going into it with our 4-screen quarterback, man, that we brought E.J. Perry. He's a pro's pro. And but, we hate that Jordan Ta'amu went down, our leader. But, these other guys stepped their game up, man, and played extremely hard. So, but now for us it's like a tour for me, going to different camps, been over at the Commanders, been over at the Ravens, been in Buffalo at the Bills. I hit a few more camps as well. And, try to find that next gym. We got guys getting workouts and guys who have already signed with teams back into the NFL. And that's what it's about, selfishly, you want to keep those guys to win and be the fan fave. But at the same time, we want to make sure that these guys, I always say, when you come to D.C., man, we want to make sure you leave with an NFL contract, 1, 2, and leave with a championship. So, in college, that was my approach. It was always you're going to leave with a diploma in one hand and leave with a championship in another hand. So that's kind of the approach right now, how we, develop our guys with DC, with the DC Defenders team. And it's great to see a lot of guys come back into our team. And we have our showcase coming up tomorrow, and we'll try to find that next gym. And we're excited about that as well.
Coach, I wanted to expand on that. You mentioned the UFL showcase over at George Mason tomorrow. What are you guys trying to accomplish with that, number one? But 2, we also see it all the time. All the guys who leave the UFL and end up signing with the NFL and being able to get to that next level. How important is that for not just you, but all the other teams in the league?
Yeah, that's a great question, man. I mean, for us with the showcase, we've had so many guys that come out of it and get opportunities to create that value for themselves and, get a chance to sign back with an NFL team. We've had guys, from 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round draft picks that come to the showcase. And so, some people may come and say or ask, or is it a money grab? No, we tell guys, like, don't come here and waste your time. Don't waste my time or you waste your money. We want guys to come in here and do it the right way so you can get a true evaluation of yourself, a true assessment of yourself, and get an opportunity to create that value for yourself, man. You see right there, and Gabe Taylor, he was a showcase guy, down in Florida as well. So a lot of these guys, like I said, we had Brandon Smith, was one of our showcase guys. You know, this guy was a 4th-round draft pick out of Penn State, played alongside Michael Parsons and all these guys, you know. And so Curtis Jacobs was his teammates, and all these guys played. I mean, the freaking MVP of our game, which on the other team of Louisville, Ian Wheeler, in their backyard here, a Howard grad. No, he was the MVP of the game in the championship game and a showcase guy. So the starting quarterback for Louisville was a showcase guy. So all these guys have came in and created some value for themselves and get that opportunity, man, to come out here and play a good brand of football. The parity of our league is grown, and so that's the part to where we get good guys to come to our showcase, and we get a chance to evaluate these guys, man, and put them on a roster.
I had a quick question for you as a head coach, and you obviously had a different role coming in and having to step in halfway through a season. What has it been like for you at this level, being able to teach up players and the coach up players?
Yeah, I tell you, man, I take pride in teaching. I call myself a teacher, not a coach, and you know, I love development. And that's what we get a chance to continue to do, not just development, you know, on the field, but development off the field. So many of these guys, for whatever the reason may be, it may not be always from an athletic standpoint that where they don't get a chance to, you know, stick into the NFL. It may be something mentally, you know. So we try to develop those guys from that standpoint as well. And that's where I take the most pride at, you know, where I get a chance to develop these guys from a mental aspect, from a physical aspect, from a technique standpoint and all those things. So that's who I am. I consider myself as a teacher from that aspect of it all, man, and I take pride in that the most.
All right, Coach. Thanks for hopping in. Hopefully, you're okay over there.
Yeah, a little emotional, Coach. Coughing over here.
Hopefully, we can have a third straight year where you're at a championship game. We'll call it good luck. The good luck from playing at Audi. If the Spirit can go to 3 straight championship games, the DC Defenders can certainly do that.
Yeah, why not us,
sure.
right? Why not us?
Exactly. All right. Thanks a lot, Coach. Coming up on the show, we're going to hear from Chris Russell. He's going to chime in on his take with the Stefon Diggs signing. That's coming up next on Game Night. Welcome back into Game Night. Derek Forrest. Earlier today, I caught up with Chris Russell from the Team 980 and got his thoughts on the Washington Commanders signing Stefon Diggs.
Well, we were live on Team 980 when it broke, so you know, of course, that made my show a lot easier and better because it was exciting, right? The first thing I thought of is, okay, finally they've made the decision officially between Stefon Diggs and Brandon Ayuk, right? I don't know if it ultimately came down to that, but who are we kidding? That's essentially what the decision was, right? So that's number one. Number two, I thought they got him at a tremendous price. You know, I had heard, Derek, I don't know if this is absolutely accurate, that he was asking for like 15, 16 million per year, and that's why this thing took a while to get done. And by the way, this is a great price point, I think, for the Commanders. 10.5 million base guaranteed, whatever. Incentives up to 12 if he performs, if he plays a certain amount of snaps. We haven't looked at the whole entire package, but even if it's 12 million, you know, only most of that would be on this year's cap. Some of it would be kicked over to next year's cap. It is more than worth it. The only thing I worry about here with Stefon Diggs is not even his age, not his the fact that he's not the same explosive over the top guy, but how much drama is he going to bring? You know, essentially got kicked off of Minnesota and Buffalo when he was much younger. On top of that, there's, let's just call it, a lot of TMZ headlines between Cardi B, who he has I guess, an interesting relationship with, and other people that are in his circle that have made some very, very, very strong accusations. And it's not one incident, it's multiple incidents. So that's what I worry about, what he brings to the table in that regard. From a football fit, I think it's an excellent fit and an excellent price point.
Welcome back into Game Night. We're beginning our countdown to kickoff with Kip DC Legacy. We'll count down the days to the kickoff season of the high school football season. We're starting with Kip DC Legacy. In the district, 8-3 last season, the team looking to build off of that. Head coach Andrew Isaacs, a former Maryland Terp, leading this program. And our Alex Flum caught up with Isaacs earlier today.
All right, here with the head coach of KIPP DC Legacy, Andrew Isaacs, a Maryland Terrapin. And I know you told me way back in the day that you were planning on becoming an athletic director one day. You're the AD there and the head football coach. How are things going over there for you guys? I know you went 8-3 last season.
Yes, sir. Things are going great. This first year, I've been the AD for the past 5 years, but it's the first year as the head coach. Overall, our athletic program has been amazing. We've had 2 state champions between basketball and cheerleading. We've had multiple PCSA league championships between our football team and basketball teams. It's been amazing. So now my focus has shifted a little bit to just football. And I'm just really excited about the culture shift in our program. We got some great leaders, a lot of great returning players. We're just really excited to see what these guys do as we get ready for the season.
In the city, there's so much talk of friendship and Roosevelt and Coolidge and you know, the WCAC schools as well. How do you take your program and elevate it to the point where you can be in that conversation?
Well, I think first it starts with us, right? I think when we start worrying about other teams and it becomes a problem for us, our biggest thing is continuing to develop every day, getting better every day, doing things the dog way, and then also playing those teams, right? Like this schedule probably want to be one of the best schedules I think we've had all year. We have some WCAC teams on there. We got some DCIAA teams on there. So it should be pretty exciting to see how our boys compete and then play against some of the best teams in the city and improve where we are.
What do you think will be the biggest challenge for you guys this year?
Biggest challenge, I mean, for everybody, it's always health. You want to make sure that everybody stays healthy. But then also, too, is just really, the challenge for me is just can they do what they expect to do, right? Like, there's a lot of pressure. Guys are expected to play at a high level. Obviously, I'm coming from a high-level background with the level of football I played at. But I think our guys, they're stepping up to the challenge. They're playing really hard, and I'm just super excited to see how everything works out.
Stefon Diggs just signed here with the Washington Commanders, a teammate of yours from college. When you see the guys that go on from this DMV area to do great things and you can give that lesson as a coach to your student athletes, how much pride do you take in that? How much does that help as a teaching tool?
No, it's amazing. I mean, honestly, I think when I say stuff, it speaks volumes because, again, who I have access to. We actually have some of my former teammates actually on our coaching staff this year. So when these guys get to see high-level players and high-level performance, it allows them to be successful as well. And then, obviously, of course, Steph being out here, hopefully you can get him to a legacy game and help us out there.
Who else is on the staff from Maryland?
So Derek Hayward, former tight end at Maryland, he played with us. He's over there. And then I also have a couple guys helping out. Denzel Conyers, he's a DB. He's not actually on the staff, but he kind of advises a little bit of stuff that we're doing as well.
Anything else you want to add, Coach?
Hey, man, look out for legacy, man. It's going to be we're going to shock a lot of people. A lot of people are sleeping on what we're doing, but I think it's going to be exciting year this year.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this edition of Game Night. For Jake Rom, I'm Derek Forrest. Have a good night.